Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 here between RRQ and Team EVOS. Game number 1 was quite the barn burner, to say the least. Just past an hour with mega creeps who've had back and forth and comebacks and what have you. My name is DragonDrop, happy to bring you the second game in the semifinals for the SEA Open Qualifiers for the Starbetter and I-League Invitational. This is a best of 3, game number 2, as mentioned here. The winner of this will move on and face up against the winner of Yao Ming versus Boom ID right after this series, more or less. Scheduled to start in about an hour, so we'll see how that goes. And now we see Team EVOS going back to the old standard. You look at the total buff, see the ancient apparition being picked up 18 times in the last 3 months. With a 77% win rate, so there's that. Necrophos, of course, also one of the highest picked heroes, and for good reason. Necrophos is a freaking filthy hero at this point, despite the slight nerfs that he's got. At the very least in pubs. Like, in pros, it's probably gonna be less common that people underestimate him. But at least in my pubs, like, whenever I play Necrophos, people just run at me and then they die. Because they have no idea how the hero works, and you have to be extremely careful about how you go and go about it. Anyway, RRQ taking a leaf out of EVOS' last playbook, just being like, hey, whatever you can do, we can do better. Pick themselves out with the Batrider and the Earthshaker. It's the exact same opening that EVOS went for last game.
Radiant team ban.
And yeah, I mentioned it in a draft for the last game as well, that EVOS actually won against RRQ last time they met each other 6 days ago in Pro Dota Cup. And we saw none of the heroes played by RRQ that they played in that series. So they changed things up. And now, gotta wonder if they want to continue down that road, or if they want to go back to some of their old favorite heroes themselves. If you look at their Dota buff profile, you see the puck showing up a lot. Earthspurt also making an appearance here or there, so it's still openings for that. But Earthshaker, depending on whether you want to run him, but with the Batrider also in the field, it's kind of clear that this is a 4-position Earthshaker. So from a drafting strategy perspective, it's not ideal to open like this, because you know exactly what the roles these heroes are going to fill. There's no ambiguity here. Unless it's a bait and switch and they have some crazy plans for a Batrider jungle straight up and Earthshaker is still in the off lane, but I don't really see that happening. But yeah, it's at the same time, these two heroes are so freaking strong that you can you can justify it. Alright, Kunkka. I've seen it here pop up as well.
Remaining.
Double check.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. EVOS played the Kunkka in the last game in Pro Dota Cup up against Lorem Ipsum. They lost that game though, so much for that. See what they can do with this. Actually pretty damn strong with the ancient apparition early on. You can X back, make sure that the cold feet procs, and cold feet being a 2-second stun and a lot of damage attached to it, even level 1. It actually makes it much better than the Torrents in that regard, I think. Then if you hit level 2 on a Kunkka, of course you're gonna be able to combo that up with super easily. But, well, RRQ, they picked up the best hero in the game, Jakiro.
5 seconds
So they actually already won this game. Maybe. But yeah, 2 heads are better than 1. 2 flying creatures also better than 1. You have the Batrider, you have the Jakiro. In all seriousness though, it provides them with a lot of extra team fight. Good follow-up to the Earthshaker with the Qualifier. If he gets called out though, he's pretty much dead. Like Necrophos can walk up to him and easily bring him down. Kunkka, similar idea. If he gets X, he should die every single time. Faceless Void now as well. I kind of like that pick, honestly.
10 seconds
He
remaining.
can get bursted down but that would require the Batrider and the Earthshaker. You need that control to prevent the Time Walk, to prevent the Chronospheres. And if you mess it up, like if Earthshaker gets interrupted or something after Lasso, and Face of Void gets a Chronosphere off, then you might be in trouble, because then you know that the Ice Blast is following up. So you have that classic combo. The boats, not to mention the Kunkka boat. So pretty strong team fight coming out for Team EVOS, once again. But then again, so does RRQ. They have a similar kind of lineup. They can take fights. They can play around each other. They still have 2 more picks to try and flesh that out if they really want. So I'd really love... they could get away with it, the Darkseer, just to vacuum into everything, but with the Batrider already, once again, no real room for Darkseer in this draft. So they pick up the OD for presumably mid position.
10 seconds remaining.
Did it banned out last time? No, I don't think so. Not sure why I would pick it now. At the same time, it doesn't really make much of a difference, since they don't have the last pick in this draft again. So it's, might as well pick it up now, just on the off chance that it will be banned. And it's still leaves the carry pick open. Go anything really. Really something tanky that can kind of withstand the Faceless Void somewhat in Chronosphere. Perhaps Troll Warlord comes to mind. What else have they played? Juggernaut, Slark, these classic ones. Not sure if you necessarily want to go back to Slark in this game, especially because of the Ancient Apparition. So it's probably not. Juggernaut's similar idea. You can't really rely on the healing ward as much, so we'll see. I played the Ursa a week ago, so that could be an interesting one. Went against the Faceless Void in lane if that ends up being the offlaner. And could just munch away the Ancient Apparition. Necrophos, to some degree as well, once you have your Diffuse Blade. I can see that happening. Unless I want to run the OD safe and pick up another mid hero, but I don't know. I don't think OD safe lane really works out as much as you would think. Really want these levels, we need that solo XP, so I see that as a mid hero, and it is the Ursa, there it is. Thanks, Dota Buff, allowing me to make that prediction. And nailing it, oh yeah. But again, it does make some sense. It depends on how the early game goes, though, because you can definitely see, like the Necrophos, the Ancient Apparition, the Kunkka, they have a lot of control, they have a lot of kiting potential, and now the Sniper too. That's a pretty good combo, together with the Faceless Void as well. They have plenty of ways to keep people away from the Sniper. At the same time, it's not the end of the world, right? Ursa will buy a blink, Batrider will buy a blink, Earthshaker will buy a blink. You also have that long range initiation, so it's gonna be another one of these games. It's very execution heavy, I think. Not one of these games where one team outdrafted the other, I don't think, but plenty of tools available available for both sides. Yeah, I'm excited. That last one was pretty crazy. And this one has, at least looking at these drafts, has the makings of being just as crazy. So we'll see. Maybe RRQ can pull it out in a 2-0 and make it to the finals. Maybe EVOS can tie it up and bring it back. Definitely have to if they want to keep their hopes alive of making it to the next stage. Alright. Like, hey, everybody picked their heroes, but I was just trying to do time taken out, I guess. Alright, once again, if you guys are just tuning in, this is game 2 of a best of 3 series. The SEA Open Qualifiers for Starlight and I-League Invitational. My name is Dragon Drop, happy to bring you this game and happy to see these two teams go at each other once again. This time they'll run into each other, place in the woods. More or less here. Vil with the sentry already down, not gonna catch it. Place the one ward. Oh, didn't place his ward just yet, so that's that. Zephyr didn't have entry of his own. Akira has one though, so might be able to just guess it correctly. Sometimes what you do is you just wait until the 30-second mark, see if it countdown spawns, so it makes it a little bit easier. Might just see him wait for that. Zephyr back on the Earth Shaker. Because I was thanking Bedwell that EVOS went for, and the Earth Shaker was on RRQ last game as well. He was doing quite a bit of work there. Same kind of build, boots of speed, 3 clarities. And we able to block up the offlane probably. Once again with a fissure to help out the Batrider. And it's gonna be the Faceless Void in the safe lane position rather than the off lane. Vil boots first. Alright, he's like disconnected, but he's gonna be in a normal mid. Necrophos will again, he's gonna be the offlaner. The looks of it. Can easily do it the other way around if we want to. Yeah. Run Necrophos safe, make sure that he gets his levels, gets a quick veil, quick face boots, stuff like that, so you can just walk around and just start siphoning people down, just start running at people, but it might not be the way they want to play this game. Faceless Void does need some time if you're expecting him to do a lot of damage himself. But outside of that, if they want to go for an earlier timing, then that's going to require a decent laning stage, as well as good execution later online. You need to hike those spells. That's what it comes down to. I know hashtag expert analysis and all, but this draft more so than anything else.
The battle begins.
Like you, in a bit of trouble here, Koala. For the bottom blocks, get some slows off. Well, missed the secondary one, but Fissure. Blocks available, doesn't throw it out until just now. I needed to block him off completely. As it stands, just a little bit of harassment. We'll have to eat through some tangos, or even just walk back to base. Interesting spot for Koala to be in, I don't think he expected that to be wrapped around on, but hey. I'd also say space created, because right now he's not in the lane. Also has not been blocked off, so the creeps are in a advantageous position for the die side. Koala's not gonna have the easiest time here. You would imagine anyway. The fissure block, okay. Not sure what I want to do with that. Now he's walking his way down towards the bottom lane. Necrophos, he is vulnerable early on. He doesn't have a stake here, he doesn't have like level 4, at least level 3, 1 point up and Ghost Shroud or something. Level 2, like... He doesn't have these levels, he's actually susceptible. Other than that, if he gets past this lull, gets past this point in the early game, then Vil, what are you doing? Slow down, one more right click? Is this the first blood? Logic is committing for it, and yeah, there it is.
Claws are red with the gore of first blood.
Yeah, I know what that was about. Not gonna lie to you. At least I didn't miss it this time, so there you go. Meanwhile, more fissures in mid. Yabi, normally on your OD, of course, one of these heroes that's expected to dominate mid. Up against the sniper though, he's not putting extra points to take aim just yet. Instead, he's going for the shrapnel, which is Just as annoying though. For OD to deal with, because you are limited in range. You want to harass. Oh, nice play there actually. Securing the last hit. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to harass, you have to walk up, you have to W, and then you have to walk through shuffle to do that. It's not really worth it in your levels especially. Up top, Koala might actually be in trouble. There's no X, Torrent first. Use big skill up by Flyku. Koala's level 3. Does have enough mana for the Firefly. TP into the middle lane though. It's Facehugger. Okay, it's actually a little trouble. Yabby. He will die to the Torrent though, and the sniper, he had a self going. If it was his own or if it was Flyku's, he'll get himself a double kill. For that rotation. Definitely worth it here. Does remind me of that last game when the Bat Ride overextended. That time it was on EVOS. This time in the middle lane here. With some other heroes obviously, but another Fisher Yabby. Might be enough this time with another right click coming through. The Torrent trying to time it perfectly, did both. Unable to do so. So Facehugger. No regen, sitting there at 100 health points. He was kind of asking for it, to be quite honest, but hey. It is what it is. Maybe just the after effects of that last game, just kind of weighing in on you a little bit. Take some time to readjust and realize, alright, I'm not actually that strong hero just yet again. Never. After that death, getting that counter kill, almost level 3. One guy securing this rune. Will be picking it out himself. Potentially dangerous here if he gets close to somebody with the arcane rune. I put it down to still long cooldown level 1 with the axe marks on as well. He's kind of babysitting the sniper at this point, nothing else. Rightfully so with this constant pressure here from the Earthshaker. I mean, visual long range initiation, OD just walks up, 3 points up in the Astral Imprisonment at this point. It's actually a good amount of damage and of course setting you up for a lot more right clicks to follow up with. If there's no Conquer here. If Lyca wasn't showing, Facehugger would be perhaps dead. Or at the very least pressured much more heavily than he is right now. Anyway, down bottom, a logic. Did some crazy things on the last game, now looking to repeat it on the Ursa. Off to a good start again, 35 last hits leading the board. Getting pretty much free from also got the first blood, but now, well, he dove deep and he will be punished for it. Bit of a bad spot here. Will be right click down, not a whole lot of Jakir can do in this situation. Again, he was asking for that one. Sticking around behind the tower for so long, just putting on pressure, trying to do some more chip damage, keep the creeps away from their own wave, but we don't have vision. Actually, they did have vision of these teleports, these walk-ins, but well, I'll get some revenge eventually. I will have some heals going, no sticks, not too much. 1, 2, 3 kills, hits should be enough, that is. Right back on track with that. But he's not getting as free farm as Face of Void is. He's now eclipsed him in terms of CS. And a Face's Void that's out of control is almost much more scary than an Ursa who's out of control. Because Chronosphere is so much harder to play around. Yeah, it's so much harder to play around for RRQ, I feel like. Compared to the Ursa, who's like, alright, there's a sniper who's gonna eventually build a Hurricane Pike, probably earlier than later. And now it's actually coming in here. Logic dropping low and low, but does have some help. Avail. Oh, the Chronosphere coming out, but interrupted for a moment so they at least get that one kill. They will pay the Ursa for it, and Aslo, next on the list as well, presumably. Torrent will miss, but they have a headshot and the ultimate. Giving it the double kill to Facehugger. Opportune bounty, opportune for haste rune right there for him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Enabling him to just walk it in there like that. Shrapnel, kind of cutting out that retreat pop. Yabby just takes the other one. Alright, so I was talking about the Chronosphere, but that was a really great one to start off with. Doing 2 kills, and oh, that's another freebie. Zephyr, just a little bit too aggressive and too more heroes than he hoped for. At least. Top lane now. Okay, that's the last on the Necrophos. Being burned down, and that's actually something that the Ghost Shot doesn't really actually help you with. He's still burning, and he will die. Koala, the last tower shot. Ah, we'll bring him down to you. A little bit of money for 2 Hoi and a Vil. At the very least, they get that with this rotation, but well, not sure if it was worth it. White recap says it was slightly. At the same time, 2 Hoi. If he dies here, it's much better. Wrap around from Asshole as well. Mass TPs though. Hoi will be healed up, so he doesn't actually die to this damage over time. And now, looking for more. If no really easy way of slowing down Zephyr. Meanwhile, middle lane taken care of by Yabi. Not exactly known to be a tower pushing hero, EOD is, but he's making it work anyway. Meanwhile, the pressure on bottom continues. Koala making a rotation after the step. He doesn't have a lasso, but he's of course still scary enough at level 7 to shoo the Kunkka away. So Logic chipping away at this tower. His face boots and gets the last bit on this tower, he'll be much closer to the Vads. Once you have that, it's Roshan is always a possibility. Now, TP's coming through, Chronosphere is available again. RRQ should have timed this, so they back off, take it easy. Don't quite get the tower, it is in deny range, and not choosing to get rid of it just yet. There, they smoke up. Smoke up the void though, but they don't need to. If he's showing a lane, would be fine. Might actually catch a Logic here, but yeah. Staying way too safe. He knows that something's up. Doesn't see anyone on the map. Top lane at the same time. His own team is making some sort of rotation here. They don't quite have a vision for another couple of seconds, and they're not going to find anyone anyway with that extra TP coming through, and that is Time Walk into Chrono. Couple right clicks, TP in from Koala, but Logic starts end up falling. Maybe, maybe not though. Yabi with the defensive imprisonment. Logic is alive now. Koala, look for more. There's a lasso available. We're gonna use it on just the ancient apparition. He's the only one in range. Not quite there just yet though. A nice turn actually with the time lock. Yabi, he's the one in trouble. Logic will take care of that kill. Now being axed back into the loving arms of Face's Void. Maybe, maybe not. Facehugger. Actually getting the ultimate off, a couple of right clicks. He's the one claiming that kill, and maybe another one. Koala extending himself. And defensive imprisonment will only delay the inevitable at this point. Absolute disaster. RRQ thought they could fight this after the Chronosphere, but well, all they got was an ancient apparition. It's also not quite enough damage. Yabi is in a lot of trouble. He's in panic mode, full on panic mode right now. Gets axed back. And this time it's the Fireball getting double kill from stealth. More TPs. They don't want to let this go. They really don't. But it's not going to be enough. Keep the tower alive at the very least. No one will scratch on that one. Now they're just showing up. They can go again whenever the Chronosphere comes back off cooldown, which is in 1 minute. Meantime, keep farming up.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
Tower deny. 2 tower denies actually. Ancient Apparition got the one up top as well, so it's a lot of money actually missing on the side of RRQ. Looking at the net worth, yeah. Despite everything, Ursa still keeping up with the Faceless Void, so that's good. But the Sniper a little bit behind the OD. For how much longer? Zephyr X back into the boat, but nice save there. Still gonna be end up here. No, wait, maybe not. Oh, yeah. Alright, interesting. So when you get glimpsed and imprisoned, you still end up at the last point. But if you get X'd and imprisoned, it doesn't work like that. Good to know. Meanwhile, alright, Logic is going ham. Chronosphere comes out though, and there's no board available, no turn for another couple of seconds, but there's other help available too, Hoi. Just short of level 6, it would have made it so much easier, but they're still gonna get Ace off. And the intro is there for the Ursa TPs. We're not quite gonna get this 5 kill. But they get a kill nonetheless. If he wants to go for it, he can. He'd sign his own death certificate in the same move. Again, RRQ, it seems like they're extending much more. Yet they're still ahead somehow. A lot of great farming here for Yabi. 80 last hits. For the Ursa. He's 2-4-2. But he's right up there with the sniper and just a couple of 100 gold behind the Void. And now, smoke up. You have the Vlads. Right into Roche and especially with the Chronosphere down, I'm not sure if EVOS actually could fight this, even if they knew that this was going on. They might not. Install even coming in to help out. Next level Liquid-Fire. I've seen other builds. I'm actually a proponent of the only 2 points up in Liquid-Fire and then just max out the other 2 spells, because they're so strong too. But when it comes to Roche, it helps out immensely. Getting that attack speed slow in. There it is. Ice Blast comes through. Way too late, not gonna hit anything. And root the Necrophos actually. Don't really want to fight right now though. Just got the Aegis, sure, but they're very close to Blink Dagger on Koala. Oh, he has the drum. Another 200 gold for the completed Blink. Once he has that, then they'll be able to do things a lot more decisively, unless they use the Aegis right now. Logic. Farming very aggressively without his team back in the map. In a jungle that's filled with dire heroes, but ain't punished just yet. Laiku. Gotta find him, doesn't get the axe off. Not just yet anyway. Did Logic even see him? I'm not sure he did. There it is. Axe Torn, trying to bait something out. If he didn't have Aegis, they could have maybe gone for it. This is Void with Chronosphere into Ice Blast and that kind of stuff. That would have been probably enough damage, just throw the board on top of it for good measure.
This will come in handy.
But since there is an Aegis in play, cannot really justify it. Yeah, and if we find these 3 heroes together, but Zephyr staying on the outskirts, he does have the Blink deck available himself. Something good. Line's also being drawn here by Koala. They want to rejoin the rest of his team. His Blink is up and running as well. Yabi with the 4-staff. EVOS. They're getting ready to fight this here. Logic. Just come straight in, just walk. No reason not to here. And now the lasso to prevent the Chronosphere. Ice Blast bouncing through. Not actually going to hit on anything. Koala in the side. This gets the stick off. Will not die. Bit of fire. Logic actually might, but he's sticking around with the Fireboy. When Necrophos died, now Yabi in return. Ancient Apparition also being tracked down. Basically actually the main kill streak here. Now they just use the Chronosphere, the axe as well on the other side. It's only the Aegis, but he's in a very compromised position. Zephyr is gonna have to create some chaos to try and turn things around. Gets the Echo Slam off here, controlling the sniper way too far forward. Koala also comes back in. Gonna get that kill. What I was talking about here, using Chronosphere on the Aegis carrier when there's so many other heroes that you need to control, that you need to set up for. Not really gonna be enough. Ice Blast, this time it will hit, not on Jakiro though, unfortunately. Would have been enough either way. But very scrappy fight. In RRQ, they come out ahead. Hey, coming back to life just as I had. It might just come to cooldown, so not losing too much efficiency there. Always gotta keep an eye on that. Has the Blink Dagger queued up himself, so it's a very Blink heavy lineup on the side of RRQ. Ursa's gonna have his in one last hit. I'll just might just sell Quelling Blade or something. Yeah, there it is. The only one who's not gonna get a Blink anytime soon on this lineup is Assel, actually. Poor Jakiro. I say poor Jakiro at the same time. He's 2.6 years old. He has boots. He has a wand. He has Even has a cloak at the ready.
Regeneration.
Plus 5 positions support go, that's actually pretty good. Again, RRQ with these blinks, they're at a peak right now. OD farming with that Midas is a big part of why he's at the top of the net worth chart now as well. Certainly not the kill score, 1-3-1. It's not exactly flattering, but he's still making it work because of the last hit, because of the Midas effect slowly kicking in. And yeah, go for his Hurricane Pack next. So
Radiant's bottom tower
back to my
is
point.
under
RRQ,
attack.
they're at a peak right now. And if you also want to fight it, they have to rely on execute. I was talking about this earlier. You have to find a better chrono. Even just 2 people. Find a good chrono. Perhaps find pickoffs with the axe or something. Utilize the ice blast. Actually hit these ice blasts in conjunction with these spells. And then you can start off the team fight on the right foot. You also need to protect the sniper, obviously. He's going for the Shadow Blade now. Help him to reposition. AC gets caught up on. And at this point, he doesn't really have any damage items, but went for an extra 15 attack speed. He does have an okay amount of damage, especially with the headshot also kicking in. And at this point, the shrapnel charges. Managed to place them well, and the ultimate from the assassinate is not even 20 minutes in. They still are quite effective. But they need him to stay alive, they need him to stay on the outskirts. They can only do that if they engage RRQ before they can get to him.
Radiant are scanning.
Which is a tall order at this point, once again, because of all the blink daggers, but hey. You do what you gotta do. Smoke on smoke action here, Zephyr in a good position to block it. Turn it to anything here. Taking out, just getting ready for the drop down of Chronos in case someone was there. Very aggressive moves there from the Fireboy. Right now they're just conceding map control. Abby's farming top and the jungle. Zephyr is keeping an eye out. Mid lane is being farmed, bottom lane is being pressured as well by logic. And I think this is actually a right play for EVOS. Once again, they in this awkward spot where they cannot actually split up and farm themselves for fear of just being picked off by any one of these links. That's a good kill though. That's worth a chrono. Especially with battle. Oh, well, they also got the Earthshaker as a collateral. Now straight TP is back. Tier 2 mid is being pressured, so RQ looking to get something off of that at least. Move 2 heroes down. Without chrono. I should actually go to Kunki as well, but without chrono I don't think you want to continue here. They just settle for the half damage or so.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, so yeah, these are the kind of kills. These are the kind of pickoffs that they need. That just open up the map a little bit, but as I say that, look at this wraparound play. Logic, looking for a blink. Finds the Conker again, he just came back to life and back to the grave. Just as quickly available. A little bit of trouble, does have the seals available. The Fireboy going in. Echo Slam, follow-up control. This scene, can't get the time walk off. Do get the Bat Rider, but at what cost? Okay, sorry, he's still right. Okay, get himself a double kill. Logic still sticking around. Blink, another couple of right clicks here. Oh, the Fissure almost messing it up for them, but Yabby forced the 4-star in for it though, and as a result, going back and forth, being guided around like pro, even without a 4-star. Facehugger making it work. RQ kind of tumbling a little bit. As a result, 2k network swing in favor of EVOS. I did not expect that. Again, it's overextension from RRQ that led to that though. Like if they did the math a little bit more, if they played a little bit more conservatively in these situations where already made a trade happen, you already got some kills. You don't need to go in as an Ursa at like 200 mana and 600 health or whatever he was at. It is first damage item. Sniper. Win for the Maelstrom is the Mjolnir's was the Hurricane Pike queued up. At this point I'd love for him to finish up the Hurricane Pike first. Much easier build up too, but we'll see.
Radiant are scanning.
Voila. Bring himself down bottom. The entire 5-man lineup. They really want to get him. And need the initiation. Okay, Blink Forcer right into him. The Chronosphere will be committed.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Maybe less value target, but we're gonna get him regardless. Duhoy picking that one up. He just level 12 of that? He's level 12, but it doesn't have to put up an Ice Blast.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
11.
Dire's structures
Is he
are fortified.
just not skilled it? Holding on to a point right now, or am I just stupid?
Dire's middle tower.
I don't know. Anyway, Chronosphere is down, so it's a bit of an issue. They still have the boat available. Axe will be counterplayed by Yabi, so doesn't even bother throwing out torrents. But okay, OD is actually in a bit of a rough position, but they have no idea. It's hilarious. Oh, I can force up down whenever it's safe. Roshan at the same time. Easily dispatched off by logic. So now, with the Aegis and Cheese, you can make these kind of plays that they made earlier. You can go in YOLO, you can go ham. Whenever you want to. Especially with the Chronosphere down. It's another, what, 60 seconds again. Almost feels like this could be an axe game for Faces Forward, even though he was the safe laner. Kind of need him to be a little bit of a damage dealer. Like, generally speaking. In this game, though, you have the combo potential with the Ancient Apparition. You have the Sniper also building into this damage mode. I feel like you can get away with more utility, and he agrees. He's going for the Blink Dagger instead, though, which is also a good decision. Of course, he knows better than I do, so... And that Blink allow him to get the big Chronos that they need. So that's his thinking right now. Find big Chronos rather than having mediocre Chronos every 60 seconds. Or just these pick-off Chronos and then you have to play defensively again until it's back off. Or back up, I should say. Yo, the Glimmer Cape, just invested into gem. More stuff next on the list for the Earthshaker. Logic, yes, he has the Aghanim Scepter. Alright, so this tooltip removes any existing debuffs. Does it purge the Frostbite from the Ice Blast? I don't actually think so. Nothing really does, but it's something that we can maybe keep an eye on. Cannot be dispelled. Dispels any debuff. Like it doesn't actually say dispel, it says remove. Oh, yeah. Do the mechanics. Possible to keep them all in mind. It's sometimes hard to actually ascertain what's happening from the tooltips. Just gotta figure it out.
I was meant to
Gotta look for it and wait and see. I'm of the opinion that nothing gets rid of the Frostbite, so we'll see if that hypothesis holds true or not. Bit of a smoke up there from RRQ. That was a long TP from the Ancient Apparition, but EVOS with a good read. So they don't have a lot of vision up and running. They're playing it safe. They're not overextending, they're not taking risks. And of course, why would they? I mean, they're down 1-0 in the series, so it's worth remembering. RRQ, they can win this game, of course. They're on a good spot. 4k ahead of, so it's not the largest lead ever. So it's something that you can work with. They are controlling the map for the most part. They're building up the next item. Scythe of Vice now on the OD's list, shopping list. But at the same time, I don't know, it seems a bit odd that they would play so aggressively when they don't have Aegis, but when they have Aegis, they're not going high ground with it. It's it's very interesting to me. Looking for these pickoffs. They might find one now with the Invisible Blink, Echo Slam, the Faceless Void. That's a great one to get. And we'll finish him off with the lasso. Keeping control factor going. Mule up top though. Well, I'll find a Jakiro. One trade. Definitely in favor though of RRQ. Ice Blast. Ice Blast on a couple of heroes. Jakiro down. Skipping away. So it's. And with no creeps, it's the more important part is not able to convert us into anything though, so could have been worse for EVOS. Could have been much worse. But slowing down his Faceless Void, I mean he hasn't gone for else from himself or any sort of farming item. Went straight for the Lincolns against the lasso and then straight for the Link to enable good Chronos. He's kind of falling behind a little bit, especially with this kind of lull where he doesn't continue to get kills and assists. Or at least the sniper's keeping up. Good finish the Hurricane Pike and now. Okay, Chronosphere on the Ursa. Aegis just expired. He does have the cheese. But he cannot really use it right now. A couple right clicks, they need more, but double 4-star will keep him safe. The X back on Zephyr and he'll be the sacrificial lamb. Logic. Well, catch up here. The Bash Lord is happening. The Fiber, another one. He eats the cheese. But now the X, the follow-up. Not gonna be enough to keep him safe. The rest of his team already bailed out a long time ago, leaving him to his own devices. Great timing for EVOS. Moving out when the Aegis was just about to expire. Finding the Chronosphere. Not enough to get the instant kill, but he found RRQ in a desperate state. They weren't quite ready to take the engagement at that moment, and he was able to make use of it. 2 kills. Tier 1 tower still standing here, but not for so much longer. Need some more easy money, face hugger. I'll propel him towards the Mjolnir as well. Something that you can just throw on the void when he goes in or something. Let's increase it. Okay. Faceless Void gets in. Bubble 4 stuff again here. Follow-up control. Lincoln Sphere is not enough at this point. What broke it? You use the 4 stuff to break it and then... Oh. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe use his own 4 stuff to break it, then you got double force by OD and Neo Shaker. Didn't quite see. But yeah, it's not enough to keep him safe, so he has to be very careful. Against this bad rider still. Bit of an issue here. Echo Slam? Okay. Goodbye, Echo. If he's Blade next on the list, yeah, I was expecting him to get it before the Axe actually, but having the Axe try and counterplay some of these disables, some of that. Being able to get it off dodge damage. Useful ability to have whenever on the Ursa. Yeah, Diffusal Blade absolutely indispensable for this game in particular, with Necrophos on the field. Right, so go back to the same spot where it's Yappy. It's kind of surging ahead, courtesy of the Midas. Sniper kind of taking a lot of the farm, doing his best to keep up. Ursa kind of chugging along, but Faceless Void kind of stagnating a little bit. Especially with that last Steph. He only got assists in the last fight. Going for the Field Blade himself, so it's his first damage item, per se. The state of the game hasn't really changed after the last fight. And the only objective that was taken was the tier 1 top, which doesn't really mean much. Tier 1 mid even is still standing for the Radiant side, so this is how much of this game has been happening. on EVOS' side of the map so far. But the thing is, as long as they hold high ground, it's one of these games, right? As long as they hold high ground, they should be absolutely fine because they have this big crowd controlling ultimate. They have the good follow-up combos between the Conker and the Ancient Apparition. They have freaking Necrophos that can just help you to lead someone. Going for the that Agnum sector now. Just have the low cooldown. Super useful to have too.
Gold for my chest.
And yeah, you also have a sniper who has a good amount of farm. Could finish up his Mjolnir whenever he wants to. That's right now, Roshan. He respawned. The guy's back for the third time, and the logic, well, he can solo it. And EVOS know about it too. They must know that this is a real possibility. They should have timed Roche. But they're choosing not to go in for it because they know it's just the Ursa in there. So if you just go in for a chrono with that vision, you just get the Ursa. Sure, it might kill him, but might just turn out to be a really bad fight afterwards. Might be better to just go in after. Then the Aegis after they maybe take Roche, spread out and farm. Go for chrono and have the Aegis. Take it away, so to speak, but could be a good one. Only a single hero here, Earthshaker being taken care of. Glass will connect, I think, but he does get imprisoned. Will still die to the boat. The Blink Lasso now actually catching Necrophos across the cliff. Logic, nice force off back. Now it was actually a sniper, wasn't it? Yeah. Looked a little bit weird with all the particles, but now Sniper's actually still in trouble. He's right next to the shrine, but Logic chucking away them. Facehugger, he will die to this. Maybe not. He gets the force off to the shrine. The right clicks are there, the ice path, and now the big hammer being dropped. Yabby finishing off that kill. 1-for-1 trade. It's a direct result. The Logic dropping low and low. He still has the Aegis down as well as the cheese. Down here, it's not the end of the world. And they get him. The face is void with the ice path. Yeah, there's a big kill. 2 big kills, in fact. Sniper in the void. Good buyback now, and he does, even though he does not have a chronosphere to work with. They still need him to try and counterplay this. The sniper though, that was the big one. There he goes, going in here, forcing the cheese out. The Logic still holding on to the Aegis after that. Big forced off to defend himself. Back inside, inside the base. Oh god, Vil almost dies. There's so much intelligence being stacked up by Yabby. So freaking strong actually, but Icebound did connect on him. The control is there though from the Shaker. They bring him down a second time. They get the scythe kill on the USA Aegis. This fight is being won by RRQ, make no mistake. Logic, he's so done. Zephyr with a follow-up control. They get him. They get Vlaiku just oh no. This just turned from a bad situation into an absolute disaster. Kunkka fighting back too. What can he do? Facehug is back at least. We have Sniper at buyback. Little the face is void. Things could have turned out differently as it stands. He's just alone in the middle of it. Oh no. Might just be the GG right here. I hate to call it early, and EVOS are certainly gonna stick it out. But look at this. Look at this net worth. RRQ, they should be fine. But yeah, RRQ, they've gotten so much momentum. That gold advantage from 5 to beyond 18k at this point. Experience, similar idea. Look, one set of racks, they're gonna take the next one. Also, they keep poking in there. They keep getting these kills. This time around though, Logic. Well, that's a chronosphere. And does catch him on the edge. Will die here. No Aegis, no trees. But hey, hashtag space created. Rex is dead, so RRQ. Looking to end this in the next 5 minutes or so, probably. Not gonna have another hour-long game. Means we might even have a break before the next match, but it also depends, of course, on the other series that's going on simultaneously. Not sure how that's going right now. Let's Boom ID first. Yeah. Oh yeah, Boom ID actually already won 2-0, so that's gonna be our opponent in the finals. For what looks like RRQ right now.
Oh, bounty.
They've had some rough spots there, some overextensions early, but overall they still managed to control the impact of it, and still managed to get to that point where they can just play textbook Dota. Cure Roshan, take fights, take heroes to the limit when it comes to aggressive potential, right?
Dire's
Sometimes
bottom
beyond,
shrine
again.
is under
Sometimes
attack.
beyond the limit. Especially on the logic. Ah, sorry. Like, almost have to sneeze, but not quite. It's super annoying. So when, if I go quiet for a little bit, it needs unmuted and trying to go with that sneeze out. There.
Old and sweet.
Dasher now on the logic. Very fully display. Of course, a lot of gold influx. Especially on the OD. It does have the scythe to work with now. Another 2.3k gold. Lincolns on top of it.
Invisibility.
All quite stacked is the problem. Earlier sniper was like 1,000 gold away from Yabi. Now, what is that? 3, 4, 5, 6k, 7k almost. Kind of crazy how much Yabi benefited from all of this. Meanwhile, Void, like 15k golds ahead of when we last talked about this net worth. And that's a bit of an issue. He still doesn't have his diffusal blade. So the only way they win this game is with not just a good chrono, a great chrono. They need to catch OD. Catch OD, they need to try and counter on the Ursa. They have the tools to do it. No BKB and the big guy. But, oh god. Gotta be so careful with these things. Fissure, they break it, everything being dropped. Echo Slam, follow-up control. Hey! What I'm saying! This is way too aggressive. Now, well, Necrophrone's trying to convert this into something that are doing a lot of damage overall. Just with the shrapnels and everything, but not enough to actually bring anyone down of consequence. So the GG is called. Much less exciting victory, but it's a victory nonetheless. And this is RRQ making it to the finals. This is going to be next on the list. It should start on schedule. So it's a little 20 minutes, so we'll have a bit of an extended break. In the meantime, yeah, is there anything left to say about this game that I haven't said already? Bit of a some tumbles here there in the execution, but overall a solid game plan for RRQ. EVOS unable to really like the times that they overextended just hit them so much harder because they have this lineup that relies on being able to execute, relies on being able to get decent chronos and having the sniper in the back. And that one fight where sniper died near his shrine, and he was isolated from the rest of his team. That's what really did them in. He didn't have buyback. He used Chronosphere before as well, so the buyback from the Faceless Void was inconsequential. And that was all the momentum that RRQ needed, because without the sniper, you're lacking a lot of damage output. Again, Faceless Void without Chrono, without a damage item, can only do so much. And the rest of his team, similarly so, right? Kunkka and Ancient Apparition, like the good teamfight heroes, but only if they have space to use a spell. But Kunkka and Ancient Apparition, they always had to worry about their own lives because of all this control, all of this aggression coming out from RRQ. But yeah, 2-0. That's standing here. Semifinals are concluded. We'll have one more series coming up. That's gonna be RRQ versus Boom ID in about 20 minutes. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter at DragonDropDota. Hope to see you soon.